Joining me now by phone, Mark Levin, host of The Mark Levin Show, constitutional attorney, and author of Ameritopia, not to mention the book Men in Black, How the Supreme Court is Destroying America, and that was written several years ago. Mark, welcome back to the program. I want to talk to you about this theory. It seems like many conservatives are divided on this. Some believe that this was just lawless by the Supreme Court and by the Chief Justice, and other conservatives are suggesting this was some master chess move by the Chief Justice who managed to narrow Congress's powers under the Commerce Clause and are declaring victory on that score. What say you?
Well, this is why conservatives screw up so often and get nowhere with that second group, where the Constitution has a hole blown through it, where Obamacare is upheld, where the Supreme Court becomes more powerful, and we continue to lurch leftward, and they see victory. They are blinded by their own silliness. So they've tried very hard the last 5 days to prop up this silver lining argument. There is no silver lining. And what we lack, Megyn, in too many public officials, and that would include judges and justices, not all, but too many, is virtue, is integrity, is prudence. And over time, they become cynical, they become deceitful, and their view of our constitutional system collapses. And one way to try to address this is to ensure that there's more opportunity for other brilliant people, great lawyers, judges and so forth, to step up on the plate and have an opportunity to participate in the governance of this country.
And I know you believe that term limits might be a way of getting at that. But I want to ask you, I mean, obviously the federal judges now have lifetime appointments because they want them to be immune from the political process. But there are real questions about whether that was the case here, because Jan Crawford is reporting, based on 2 Supreme Court sources, that Chief Justice Roberts flipped his vote, and the speculation in her piece is that it may have been because of his attention to the media and his wishes for how the court would be perceived.
Yeah, that's quite right. So he's not really immune from the political system. In that sense, he's immune from us dealing with it in the political system. And I'm not one of these majoritarian types or anything else. I do believe in an independent judiciary, but I also believe in independent judges and justices who aren't influenced by the press. So there's no reason, if judges and justices are going to be influenced by the press, particularly the liberal media or liberal academia, or they're going to be influenced by politics, why they should serve for life. The whole point is you're serving for life, so you're not reading newspapers and so forth. We had a little peek, although many of us knew this already, but the country had a peek into this process, so it's not such a secret anymore, the politicization of these courts. Some are better than others, but some have trouble containing themselves. Like the Ninth Circuit is completely out of control, and yet there they sit, lifetime appointments. Everybody knows they're out of control, but we pretend right now that there's nothing we can do about it. John Roberts, there was a piece written in 2007, an interview done by Jeffrey Rosen. Roberts basically spent, on and on and on going about how he wants to be the next John Marshall or lead like John Marshall, and, they want to be friends on the court. There wasn't a word in that article about upholding the Constitution. So look, presidents make mistakes in their nominations, Senate make mistakes in their confirmations, and there's no reason why a country should be hampered with it for 30 or 35 years.
Tell me, I've been saying publicly, as somebody who practiced law for a number of years and covered the high court for a few, I always get uncomfortable when people go after the justices in the wake of their rulings. If it's Ginsburg, if it's Roberts, if it's Scalia, any of them, because I'd like to believe that they're motivated by their own true ideological, interpretations of the Constitution, not political ideology, but the way they think about the Constitution works. Do you feel like, tell me why I'm wrong, because it seems like you think I'm wrong.
I don't normally go after justices by name unless justices by name come after us. And the fact is that this decision is so outrageous. What he did is so damaging to the court, to the perception of the court and so forth. He has to be called out by name. We call senators out by name and congressmen and presidents, and the more judges and justices want to play politics, the more they are not going to be immune from the political process or free speech for that matter. So I could sit here and talk about what the court did, what the court did, what the court did, and we all know Roberts did it. So I would sound like an idiot if I just was attacking the court and not dealing with Roberts specifically. He was the so-called swing vote, and why did he swing? Did it have anything to do with his constitutional jurisprudence? Nothing. Did it have anything to do with any principles? Yeah. Nothing.
The Jan Crawford report really does shed some disturbing light on this, although, now some are contesting it. Mark Levin, thank you so much, sir, as always.
It's a great pleasure. God bless.
See you soon.